What's going on, guys? Mike, aka Crypto Jewels. I'm going to be doing a Bitcoin update. We are going to just be discussing the micro count and the action happening currently. We're not going to get into the macro or any kind of long-term analysis. This is just going to be short-term. So guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I do this for entertainment and educational purposes only. Also, guys, if you guys don't know, I have been really focusing a lot on getting some good quality, free, high value data out for you guys. I have released a free risk management guide, and I just recently released my favorite trade setup. Links to both of those are down below. If you guys subscribe and want to get the risk management guide or my free setup, my free trade setup that has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars since I've been in crypto, I have got that available. I will send you basically a series of training videos that are 100% free that you guys can download and can have forever and learn basically my favorite trade setup, which again has made me a heck of a lot of money in crypto. So make sure you guys check that out. All right, so Bitcoin, let's get into the immediate bearish scenario, which would take us to an immediate drop down to 15.2 to 16.2-ish, 15,200 to 16,200, which would be ignore this count here, let's remove that, which would basically be this red ABC, which would put in what I believe is a 4 wave, and this would be our 1 wave here. And then we would have an ABC up for our 2 wave, and then an immediate drop for our 3, and then a 4, and then a 5, ending us in this zone here from 15,200 to 16,200-ish. That would be my immediate bear scenario, and what that should do, if my macro thesis is correct, is that should basically terminate this entire corrective structure as I see it, and from there we should be beginning a new impulsive wave up in a new direction of the trend. If we do not bottom here and something else happens and we break below this 13,900, 14,000, then that count basically gets invalidated, and I will have to dive into the details of a new count, which I have been looking at, and I have a couple different scenarios on, but again, that's not what this video is about. So if that does happen, I will post that video if it happens. All right, so that was the immediate bear scenario. This is the potentially bullish scenario, but it also could be a bear scenario as well. The bear scenario would be that this entire structure is still an ABC, and this is some sort of an ending diagonal 5-wave C structure here, which we would have one more wave up to about 23,000, and then from there we would end up becoming impulsive downwards, and we would still likely end up close to my 15.2 to 16.5 target if we do end up doing that. But that takes us up to 23K, which gives us roughly, from where I think this thing will bottom, 20% or so from where I believe it will bottom. And if we are able to continue to impulsively move up through this 26.2 area, that would be a very, very good sign for the bulls that we could have a possible leading diagonal as a higher degree leading diagonal in play, or it could, if it's impulsive here, it could just turn into a 1 and 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you would have an impulsive wave up here for our 3, and then we would have a correction down, and then we would have one more wave up impulsively through 28,200. So ultimately, in order for bulls to have any kind of hope and life that the bottom is in, they ultimately need to push this structure up in a 5-wave impulse through 28,000 roughly. And then from there, they would have to have a corrective structure like so. And then an impulse breaking the top of where the origin of that would be a 1-wave. That to me would signify the bottom being in. So this type of structure is what we really need to see in order for me to have a lot of confidence that the bottom is in. But until that happens, bears are currently in control. They have not allowed us to impulsively move off of a low in a 5-wave structure all the way since basically this point. Well, really since we topped back here in April of 21. So it's been over a year since we've had any significant 5-wave impulses off of the low. All of these impulses, all of these bounces off of the low have been in 3-wave structures, which is, according to Elliott wave theory, is a corrective structure in nature, meaning that it is a counter trend move, meaning that the trend is going this way since we are bouncing in 3 waves that way. So that again is why we really need to see a complete 5-wave impulse, which would then change the direction of the trend. So that's what bulls need to see, and bears want to see this structure here. So hopefully that helps. And don't forget, guys, download my free guide of my risk management and my favorite trade setup. And I'm giving that to you guys for free. See y'all later.